WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
XL 1067. Wake up Orlando, the sun is on fire. Johnny's house blazing, we taking it higher. Hall of Fame legend Johnny Magic's flow. On XL 1067, running the whole show. Brian bringing jokes like a stand-up ninja. Punchline so sharp they cut when they hit ya. Ray got no filter, she might just explode. What will she say next? Nobody knows. Mary's on the socials, the queen of the clicks. Spinning reels like a DJ turning those tricks. Johnny drives a train, we almost off the tracks. Orlando is ours, yeah, we taking it back. XL's the fire, Johnny's house is the spark. We the voice of the city, we light up the dark. On your drive while you hustle, while you break and you grind. It's Orlando's #1, always on top. This is Johnny's house, feel that energy rise. The #1 morning show, lighting up the skies. Turn the volume up, put your hands to the beat. Orlando's life pulse right on your street.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 601, Orlando's #1 hit music station is XL 1067. Johnny's house on a Tuesday morning. A lot of sunshine with a high of 88 right now, 66.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Did you see the Chainsmokers crash that frat party
No.
in Arizona?
Did they really?
Oh my gosh. This is probably like one of the coolest things these kids will ever experience. So they crashed a frat party in Arizona only for 13 minutes. And so, no, 13 minutes into their set is how long it took for the cops to show up.
Of course.
And so the cops showed up and they threatened to start arresting anyone who was underage. And in the clip that was posted, you can see it all over social media. The Chainsmokers said that they would pay the fine in order to keep playing for another 15 minutes. So they didn't say what the fine was for. They also didn't say what college they were at, but it was in Arizona. But they played Roses, they played Closer, they played their hits.
They said, we're arresting anybody under what, 21? 98% of the people left.
Yeah, I mean, it's a frat
college.
party.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a frat party. I just love that the Chainsmokers just popped in there and they're like, we've paid the fine.
I think that's great.
It's probably like what is it, a noise
ordinance?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Dolly Parton, this is usually a no-no for women, wearing makeup to bed. They say it's so bad.
So bad.
Why is that? Because it closes your pores up?
It dirties your face. It
messes up
wrinkles.
your pillow.
Yeah, it's
Really?
just a ton of different stuff. But she revealed something that a lot of women would be like, no. She wears her makeup to bed, but only when sleeping in California, which is very strange. She said, I sleep in my makeup when I'm in California. With earthquakes, I never...
That's what I'm going to say. I knew why. I knew why.
I know, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I get it. Always being prepared. Just in case of an emergency, you want to look good.
She said, I got to be face ready just in case things start falling apart.
And that's what it was. She's like, I never know when I'm going to have to run out in the middle of the street. I'm not going to be on the news and look like hell. And I was like, okay, I get it. So she's like, why would I want to do that without makeup? So she leaves a little bit on, and she said she's camera ready.
I just don't want to live in a place that I got to be ready for a natural disaster.
Right. I got to concern myself with what I look like when I go to bed.
And that's why Dolly Parton is Dolly Parton.
Yeah, you're right. I keep my keys in my hand just in case the house start rocking and I can get out.
But has anybody ever seen her without makeup?
No.
So.
Right? That's so true. Because you know how like some celebrities come out and they do like the makeup free face and all that, but I've never seen her without it.
Nope, for years. I think she makes it a point not to be seen.
George Clooney and his wife Amal, they've been married since 2014, and he said that they've never had an argument, not even once.
I believe that. You get to a point in your life, it's just not worth it anymore. Look, you mad about something, tell me what it is.
And
my bad.
When I first saw this, I was like, well, that's unhealthy, because they say that you have to have arguments to have a healthy relationship, but you're right. And I think you're right that when you get to a certain point in your life, it's just like it's a waste of energy.
Yeah, it is.
So in an interview yesterday with one of the world's greatest and most important astronauts, Gail King.
Yeah!
I was going to say Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I just love that they quoted that. They were saying that they don't have anything to fight about. He's like, I feel so lucky to have met this incredible woman, and I feel like I hit the jackpot. So
yeah, she's cool. He's cool. It's just like, hey, you left the toilet seat up. I'm sorry. My bad. I'll get it next time.
It's like you give each other a break.
And then instead of going, well, put it down. You saw it up. Put it down because it don't bother me. I used to have that argue energy.
Right.
Got that crap in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't sound fun.
You missed the toilet. You know what? Let me get a mop. Clean that up. I'm sorry.
But at least you clean it up.
Yeah, I'm just
Because
saying.
if you were like, bitch, it's your problem now.
Yeah.
Hey, when I was younger, I had that energy.
Yeah.
You clean it up. Shoot.
There's a quote that's attributed to Keanu Reeves. Now, I don't know if he said it. He said he's at the point where if you tell him 1 + 1 is 4, he's like, all right.
I'm saying, hey, I'm
I've
like
seen
that too.
Yeah.
All right.
I know it's 2, but if you want to say it's 4,
I'm getting there.
I feel like, I'm
getting there.
slowly getting there too.
yes, I'm
getting
there.
Because there's so many times where I'm
I
just
am
like,
so
what
there.
are you going to do?
I am so there.
Yeah,
You let the refrigerator open. My bad.
not bad. Yeah.
I'm getting there. I don't think you can get there till after your kids grow
Yeah.
to the point they're not kids anymore.
That's true.
Because that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
But you know what? All right, fine.
Fine.
Sure.
I think with society, I'm there. But with my children and like personal stuff, maybe.
As a scorekeeper, it's very hard to do because I need to let you know that you're not right. But,
Oh, yeah.
But whatever.
See, as you get older,
Right.
and I can attest for that, you save your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go out tonight, so I'm not going to argue and use my going out energy on this.
Right.
Why do so many old people complain then?
Because you know why? A comedian said it, and I forgot who it was. He said pretty much people. It was our boy Billy Gardell.
Yeah.
Because you get to a point in your life, people say you can say anything, and people say, "Well, he's old."
Right. Then it's back to I can say whatever I
I
want.
want to say,
Ah.
yes.
It's not that they really care. They just get to say whatever they want.
You know,
Gotcha.
you always want to say, "Damn, it's hot and the line is long," but you never said that when you're younger. Now you say it and say, "Yeah, it is hot.
Right.
The line is long."
I think I'll always be a scorekeeper, but eventually it's going to get like Little League where we all know the score.
Yeah.
We just ain't putting it on the board.
Like that.
That's where I aspire to be.
We both know the score. We've been watching the game.
Right. We're just not going to, there's no winners and losers
Are
here.
here, but we know. Updates on our lives. We do it for you next on Johnny's House.
Maybe.
620 Johnny's house on a Tuesday, partly sunny. The high today of 88. It is 66 right now. Yesterday, normal day. Picked up the kid from the car line. Did not cook. And I got to give these people a shout out. JJ's Catering.
That was good.
So good.
You can find them at jjsfresh.com.
It was fresh.
Now, after everybody ate, there was no one around. So I said, you know what? I'm going to pick up some of this so I ain't got to cook tonight.
There you go.
So I picked up some rice and some chicken and salsa. And
There was a lot left because even after that, when I left, there was still more out there for people. So you're okay.
I want to give them some love. jjsfresh.com.
Their rice was so good.
Oh, it was good.
It was.
Hooked it up. So I had to cook last night. I had to call the Hall of Fame people because Linda Bird, who's the queen of all broadcasting, is going in this year. And I want to make sure that we're straight to go down to do that and pretty much watch the news, talk to my mom about 20 minutes about wrestling. And
Nice.
She's still excited.
yeah.
Was she impressed?
Yes. She's like, babe, I'm 87. I couldn't make it all night.
No.
But I guess it came on again last night.
Oh, they replayed it.
Replayed everything. So
And the big news is Stone Cold Steve Austin
yes.
wrecking his little four-wheeler.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't practice. Ray, how was yours?
It was good. I left here. I did go to the gym.
Mhm.
And then I went home, did some laundry, picked up the kids, and Leonardo wanted to watch his baseball team, even though he can't play.
Oh, that's a
So-
teammate right there.
Yeah, so we went there and supported them, and
Aw.
we had some ballpark burgers and stuff. And
Wow.
That's
So
pretty
the
much
coach
it.
say, hey, kid, when you coming back out?
yes, he was asking because it's so strange because he feels better, but he still has to use that walker, and
Yeah.
it's hard to tell a 6-year-old that he still has to use that
Yeah.
because he can't put all of his pressure on his hip.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all over the place. And
That
then
is so cool. He said, I want to go see my team.
yeah. And then everybody was asking him left and right, what happened? And he's like, can you tell everybody to stop asking me that? And I'm
Oh.
like, well, they care. I'm like, they
Now-
care about you.
You're his publicist now.
Yes, yeah.
No more questions.
Step back, kid.
But it was really cute.
Brian, how about you, bro?
It was cool. I was here for a while yesterday, and then I went over and hung out and saw my friend John at Teak for a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I went home and did some stuff around the house. I had to get rid of my big refrigerator that broke.
Yeah.
But
How'd you get rid of it? Who'd you give it to?
well, I thought you could put it out on the street.
Yeah.
But then I read that something with Freon can't go out on the street.
Oh.
So I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to wait. There's a number. There's like a business, like 1-800-GOT-JUNK or something. You call them. They send a truck to your house with two like college dudes,
And they just pick it up
and they show you show them what you have, and they tell you how much it's going to be. And if you're cool with it, they swipe your card and they throw it in the back and they take it
Really?
away.
So I'm just out of curiosity. How much is an old refrigerator? Because I got one in my garage.
It cost me $100.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tipped them too because they're young kids. I gave them
Mhm.
some snacks and whatnot.
I
Nice.
love that.
So got rid of my old refrigerator. And then my wife was visiting with her grandmother pretty
Mhm.
much all day yesterday.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Feeling the love, man.
me and the dog just kind of hung around at the house.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
I love watching her have the zoomies.
She's
She's
wild.
cute.
I'm just sitting there minding my business, and she starts doing laps like
Really?
NASCAR around the house. No reason.
I've read that cats do that certain times of day. They just get hyped and just
Uh-huh.
and then they just stop.
Yeah, because my roommate has a cat.
And it does
so-
that every now and then. Just start running for
And
no
then it
reason.
gets worse when Guadalupe's chasing her.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, y'all stop. And then they both go to their corners and stuff.
My dog is fast, man.
Really?
And if she ever gets out, it's over.
Yeah.
for sure.
Nerese, how was yours?
I was really good, pretty chill. So yesterday I did some work here, went home, I took a nap, felt really good about it, like
Mhm.
an hour and a half, I think it was.
Woo.
Yeah. And then went to the gym, came home, I meal prepped, and then I was gonna go bowling yesterday to Primrose.
Yeah.
But
That's our joint.
my just Hispanic behind. I'm like, it will be fine. There'll be lanes. No, not on $5
Oh
nights.
no!
Mhm.
Are
I got
you
all-
kidding?
No,
I got all
Primrose
dressed up and I
is-
pulled up and I
No.
was like, that's a
Always
mistake.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I was contemplating on going to like Aloma, right? That's the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, man, it's already like touching 9. I was like, let me
Oof.
not do this. I know. I was risking the time of going out too.
You went late on a special night.
But I slept for like really good,
Wow.
like an hour and a half. That's why I was like, I got a little bit in me. I got
Oh
some
my!
juice
Oh
in
my!
me.
Listen, if I slept and then got dressed to go to a place again, I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave here with something.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave. I'm
Yes, I
gonna
was-
get one of them famous hot dogs or something.
But the only thing that was open is pretty much bars. And I'm like, I just don't want to drink. I'm like,
Give me one of them big hot dogs to go because they do have the best hot
Yeah,
dogs
they do.
in the city. All right, we come back. We'll talk about parent hacks, or I call them lies that you tell your kids or you've been told. We're that next on Johnny's House. 6:37 on a Tuesday. 88 is our high, 66 right now, and partly sunny. You are listening to Johnny's House. And Reese, tell me, this mom told her daughter if she told a lie, what would happen?
Yeah, so the mom was explaining to her little baby girl, she's like, you know that when you lie, your nose brightens up.
Mm-hmm.
So now the baby girl, whenever she's lying, she covers her nose. Now, hence saying a great parent hack, basically saying,
I don't call those hacks. I
Oh,
call
no?
them lies. Lies your parents used to tell you.
you mean white lies?
They were lies.
That's racist.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
Oh my goodness. Now, growing up in the South, but I say all the time, you lie to your kids. That's what you did. You know.
Yeah.
I can go on. I just got a small list
Yeah.
that my parents used to lie about. And I thought this one for years, that if you go outside with your hair wet, you'll catch a cold.
You're sick.
Not true.
Yeah.
Not as true. This is one that my dad told me. He told me, son, if you mess around with older women, you get worms.
Oh,
Worms.
I mean, is he lying though?
What he wants you to do, they want to put that fear in you so you just don't go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no basis behind it. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised he didn't say crabs.
No, he said he just, you know.
No, because then you got to explain crabs. You don't want to do that.
Yep.
Everybody knows what worms are.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right.
I'm a young man, so I know worms. I don't know
crab
crabs.
legs. I like crab legs.
Another one. If you fish on Sunday, you catch the devil. So you can never fish on Sunday.
What?
Ever. You can never ever fish on a Sunday.
My grandma used to say
Did
that.
she really?
What does
She's
that
from the
mean?
South.
Yes. When I moved here, and somebody say, I'm going fishing. On Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, what does that mean? Like, you just shouldn't work on the Lord's day or
No, you
something?
shouldn't go
Like-
fishing. You should be in
Just
church.
fishing. Yeah.
You should be on church. You
okay.
shouldn't go fishing.
Got it.
And another one. What is this one? Oh, I forgot my own writing. Oh, don't ever buy a woman shoes because she'll use those shoes to walk out your life.
Oh, that's terrible.
I've heard
Some-
that one before.
Sometimes you should buy them faster and make sure they're track shoes so that bitch runs.
I could go on and on, but I don't want to take up the time. I'm just telling you. Parents used to just lay these things down on you, man. Kissing boys can get you pregnant. I heard all of this.
Oh boy.
First base could get you pregnant.
Yep.
Even rolling around on your jeans because,
You know,
Of course.
you know.
Of course.
Ray, what are some hacks you even tell your kids?
I mean, I don't really lie. I do say
But they don't
they were-
consider them lies.
I know. Okay, so they were biting their nails a lot, and I did tell them that they would get worms, and the doctor even told them that they could get worms.
Can you?
I mean,
I think so.
I mean, I
like
guess it
gets
ringworms.
sick.
Depends
'Cause
on
the
where you put your
bacteria,
hands. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
or like worms in your intestines.
Now, is it true that bubblegum stays in your intestines for 5 years?
7 years is what they
I don't
say.
think
I don't
so.
think that's true.
I don't think so.
Let me put that on the list.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think that's true. Yeah, but don't swallow gum. It stays in your body for
No.
7 years.
I mean, sometimes I tell them that the playground is closed or under construction.
See, that was my go-to with my son. Things are
Yes.
closed.
Yeah.
Until he discovered the internet.
Ooh.
As soon as he figured out the internet, and I would tell him something's closed, he'd come back in about 3 minutes and say, "No, it ain't."
Yeah.
Shut up.
Damn you,
I do
internet.
that all the time. And I was like, oh, it's under construction. And then we went back like 2 days later and they're like, man, they finished that construction quickly.
Yeah, after a while, they get to a certain point when you say that, they give you that side eye like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Ma. Brian, what you got? Something that you remember?
Well, I mean, I used to do the "it's closed" thing to my son
yeah.
all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time, and then again, until the internet came around, it worked. My mom used to do that. If you make that face, it'll get stuck,
Stuck
like
that
that.
way? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
true.
But it never got stuck that way.
Mm-mm.
No.
My mom used to make the face. You want your face stuck like this all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be up in church like this?
It was always if they smack you in the back of the head while you're making it, it's stuck that
It's
way.
stuck that way.
That's what they used to tell me all the time.
Nerese?
Yeah, when I was growing up, my mom, she was a pre-K teacher, and I remember there was this young little girl who had like an outie belly button. You
Mhm.
could see it a little bit. And then I asked my mom, I was like, why is her belly button like that? And she goes, because she yells a lot. I was like, oh my
Dang.
God. She's like, yeah, stop screaming. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like 5 or 6. I definitely
know.
believed it.
I know parents tell you those things. You're not thinking that you don't know that you leave going, I'm about to not yell.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want my belly button to go like that. I want to find out what are those, as Nerese says, hacks, I call them lies, that your parents told you or you're telling your kids right now. Got a pair of tickets to see Halsey at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on Saturday, May 24th. You remember them. They stick to your brain. Sometimes they stop. Sometimes you share them with your kids. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. You can always text and we'll read it. The XL Mobile is 41067. You can put it up on live stream. They're already chatting with each other there, and throw it up on social media and we will read it for you then. Several ways to get in. What are those lies or life hacks your parents used to tell you or you tell your kids right now? Share them with us on Johnny's House. Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, 654 on Johnny's house. It's partly cloudy and 88 is a high, 66 right now. I want to find out about those hacks, or I call them lies, that your parents told you to try to get you to behave. And one of you, we're going to hook you up with some tickets to see Halsey at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, and that's coming up on Saturday, the 28th. Let's talk to Imran in Orlando. Imran, good morning.
Good morning, Johnny's house.
What's up? What's up? You wide awake today. I love to hear that.
Yeah, taking the kids to school. The boys always listen to you guys every morning.
Well, tell the boys we said, what's up?
Say what's up.
Hi. So what's the hack or the lie that you were told or you tell?
When I was a kid, my mom always told us if we eat a fruit and we eat the seed, the plant will start growing from inside out.
Heard
Yes,
that one.
I've heard
Definitely heard that one, man. You hold on one second. Let's go over to Lake Mary and talk to Margaret. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
How's everybody?
Everybody good? Everybody's good today. All right. So what was the hack or lie you were told?
Well, I used to tell, I have 3 daughters. They're 2 years apart, and they would ask me to do something on a Sunday or whatever, and I would say, oh, I'm sorry, it's in the parent book. We can't. And I would even refer to a page. And I said, oh, no, sleepovers not to your 10, page 23. And I would refer to it. They were about 8. The oldest one was about 8 when she said, Mom, we know there's no book. And so, but they're all moms now. And about a month ago, my grandson wanted to do something on a Sunday, and I was there, and she says, Nanny, it's in the book, right? Not on Sunday.
Oh, all
That's
right.
cute.
You hold on. St. Cloud, Crystal, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Crystal, what was one of them hacks or lies your parents used to tell?
So I used to tell my kids when they were real little, I have a son and daughter 2 years apart, and they would like bicker with each other or something. So I would say if they were lying, it was similar to the story earlier with the nose, except I said they would get lie bumps on their tongue. So if they were arguing with each other and they come to me with like 2 different stories, I'd be like, okay, stick your tongues out. The one that didn't want to stick their tongue out was the one that was lying. So I knew the story
that's funny.
Lie bumps on the tongue. All right. And B, what they saying over there?
XL Mobile, powered by attorney Dan Newland and a rec need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they used the black line on the tongue if you lied.
Okay.
A black line would show up on your tongue. That way, nobody would want to lie.
Okay.
And then someone said, my grandma told me if I drink coffee, I get freckles. So they would never drink coffee as a kid because they didn't want to get freckles.
That's a new one. And Reese, what are you saying on live stream?
We got Jordan. She says, my mom used to say the car won't start until everyone has their seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah, mine said that one too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they made that up. From Lake Mary, Margaret said it's in the parents' book. Going to give you a pair of tickets to see Halsey on May 24th in Tampa. Ray, what's going on?
The Oscars now have a new rule in place.
We're going to find out together next on Johnny's House.
Coming up in just 3 minutes, Chapel Roan, Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club.
XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, this is some craziness that
All right.
before, up until now, that this wasn't a rule that was in place. The members of the Academy
Mhm.
were not required to watch every Oscar-nominated film before voting.
So they just voted?
So they just voted. And I'm like, how is that not like a requirement?
Yeah.
You would think.
100%.
But that's going to change for next year's 98th. It took 98 Oscars.
98 years and you weren't required to watch all the
No.
movies.
Mm-mm.
That's
Nope.
insane.
And so the new rule requires voting members to watch all nominated movies in each category, although it doesn't mention how the members will prove it. So,
Is it possible?
I mean, yeah, I would think so, because a lot of movies are nominated multiple times.
Okay.
Um,
But then you got some of those categories that, you know,
I don't even blame the Academy. Like, you as a person should have the integrity to not vote on something that you don't know anything
Yeah.
about.
Period.
You would
That's
think
on
you,
so.
you would just say,
That-
I can't vote in that category because I didn't see anything.
That's on you. You can't speak to something you don't know anything
Yeah.
about.
I know, but it's like judging something without even seeing it.
I know. That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
you're
It's a
going to vote
shame.
something over something else when you haven't even seen it.
If I watch all the best pictures, I watched all of them.
Yes.
But I only watched 3 of the best actors. I can't vote in that category.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a shame they have to do that because
Yeah.
that should have been common sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying now.
They
Or-
shouldn't have to put that rule in place because if your integrity as a voter, you shouldn't be voting.
That's why I'm
Watch
like, what are you doing?
I was gonna
Or-
say, watch this cause a lot of problems.
The morning of the vote, I got a bag of money saying this movie's good. All right.
Right.
But also, if you look at our voting system in the country, it's kind of like you don't do your research sometimes and you just kind of go and
but
vote.
there's some categories I don't vote in.
Yes,
Same.
yes.
That's what I'm
You know.
saying.
But that's you using your integrity.
Right.
But I have done this. They said, should Judge so-and-so keep his job? I'm like, well, I don't want nobody to lose their job.
Yeah. So, yeah, because you're a good human and that's the way you're thinking. But
You're not necessarily doing what they do because you're not picking them over a person.
No.
Yeah.
You're just picking employment versus unemployment.
Exactly.
And then employment's always better.
But I see what you're saying. Like, how are you going to vote against somebody when you don't even know the
Yeah.
quality of work that they do?
You know,
So,
some people did.
The fact that the Academy, had to make the statement and now is making it a requirement, and we don't know how they're going to prove it, but they're putting that rule in place. The Academy also made a statement on AI saying that neither help nor harm the chances of achieving a nomination. AI.
Okay.
So the next Oscars will take place Sunday, March 15th. Obviously, that's next year. Conan O'Brien is returning as the host, but I'm like,
And that's a good
Wow.
rule to have. Maybe y'all should
Yeah.
watch these movies.
thank
You think?
goodness.
You
Yeah.
think?
There is a clip that was taken at Coachella. A lot of people talking about Justin Bieber. I was just mentioning it over the break. I'm like, if something happens to Justin Bieber, I'll be very, very upset.
Mhm.
But a lot of these videos that are surfacing of him at Coachella for weekend 2, his wife was there.
Yeah,
Haley
yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
And from what it looks like, the Justin Bieber's 15-year-old brother Jackson
I heard
was
about
there.
this, yeah.
And so there's a video that was posted from Sunday. Justin is shirtless and he's smoking a joint,
Smoking hella weed.
which a lot of people do at Coachella.
Yeah.
And-
420, baby.
I know.
Yeah.
But his marijuana cigarettes aren't tightly packed.
No.
No,
It's
yeah.
like from way back in the day. It's like, dude.
So, but in the video, you can see that his 15-year-old brother is standing next to them, and Haley is seen getting between them and putting her hands on Jackson's shoulder and kind of like pushing him
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from Justin Bieber because she just doesn't want him,
It's too late
around
for that.
Justin Bieber. But I'm like, he's at an environment where that's happening all over the place. But I can see
Yeah.
where she's like, I don't want you to see your brother doing this, even though you're 15 and you probably know Justin Bieber
Yeah.
does this. So one fan commented saying that it's very scary. And then somebody was like, it's just a blunt. He's enjoying himself. So it's like mixed views, but you could see Haley trying to do something.
It's cool that she moved the brother because in a lot of cases, women are going straight to the source.
Yeah.
That source
Yeah.
is you.
Yeah.
I'm up. Excuse me one second.
She knows. She's like, it's just, he's going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It's Justin Bieber, whatever.
Why
Yeah.
wasn't he in the Easter photos, though? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had some Easter photos.
She took pictures with the kid, but Justin wasn't in the photo.
We've all been in situations where
Maybe he took the picture,
I don't know. That's why I asked.
But also, another thing with Haley Bieber,
Ray, you love this man.
I
Ray about to swing on you,
Yes, you
bro. Ray about to swing on you.
Quite clearly, I said, why wasn't he in the photos? That's what I need to
You
know.
know?
I didn't judge him.
Maybe he was.
I didn't ask.
Maybe he was. You don't know.
See, I wouldn't vote.
Maybe he was hiding the Easter eggs.
Maybe it was high as hell, and she said, "You know what? You can't be in this photo."
See, I wouldn't vote on movies I didn't see. I got integrity. That's why I asked the question.
Anyways, she did post about struggling right now. She's got 2 ovarian cysts
Oh.
that she's dealing with, and she posted about it yesterday. So, she, she's been very vocal about her ovarian cysts that she's had in the past.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Here's a crazy thing of us just normal people on the outside looking in, and you guys think we might be on the inside because we're on the radio. We're not.
no.
You got 2 major artists that we're just watching fall apart
Oh
right
my
before our eyes.
Yes, we'll
And
talk
we're-
about Kanye next hour.
And we're all hoping that someone does something about it. But we're sitting here watching it, and it's 2 major artists, and you can tell everybody watching it, these people are falling apart, and we're witnessing it. And if something surprisingly happens overnight, no one will go, I didn't know that was going to happen.
It's
Yeah.
very hard to force somebody with that kind of
Yeah.
wealth to do something to fix anything
Yeah.
because
I know.
they've got that kind of wealth.
Yes.
They don't need to be fixed, and you kind of need the train running.
Yeah. Yeah.
if-
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You stop the train, you ain't got a job. So
Right.
what am I going to do?
So-
and
it's
if
very
nobody
hard.
controlled and helped them when they were
Yeah.
younger, like,
Well, in
You're really
Justin's
not gonna
case,
listen.
he's been rich since he was young.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it should be a situation, and I'm not saying this is like Wendy Williams. Somebody stepped in and said this person is going to be a harm to themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then something occurs. But we're sitting here watching 2 majors fall apart. And we're like, dang. All right, we come back. Let's find out what's trending in the world. We'll do that next on Johnny's House. 7-Eleven is Johnny's house, and you know what's up. It's going to be sunny with a high of 88. Is it still 66, Miss Ray, or has it got a little warmer or cooler?
It is 66.
66 right now. Nerese, what's trending, ma'am?
Yeah, so the Solar Bears currently in the South Division semifinals. They got that win yesterday against the South Carolina Stingrays with the score 4-2, and they are now 2-1 in the series. The next game is Game 4 happening tomorrow at the Kia Center. Yesterday, our international airport made some headlines after a Delta flight was evacuated when an engine caught fire during taxiing. All 282 passengers and 12 crew members evacuated safely, with three individuals.
I wouldn't mind talking to
sustaining
somebody who was on that plane, because they only had one of the slides working, which meant you had to stand in line and wait to jump off the plane as you see the plane burning up. Yeah.
So I didn't look at it enough to know. Was the other one not be able to use because the engine was on fire?
I think it was on the other side. I don't know.
So that's what I was thinking the same thing. Because if the engine's on fire near the slide, well, that's not safe.
Yeah.
So you got to go to the one.
So I'm just wondering if people just waited their turn.
Makes sense.
I wonder if people in the emergency aisle actually fulfilled their duties and helped people out before they jumped out.
I need you to verbally say you will,
because you verbally confirm, but you know inside you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I feel really bad for flight attendants.
Yeah,
I just have been reading so much.
Hey, they got them all off the plane safely.
Yeah.
I just saw another video of a plane up in the air, and then these group of people's in one row holding the ceiling
from falling.
In. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
Geez.
One of my favorite airlines, tire fell off when it was going to Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll still fly it.
Nothing to see here.
Give me that no tire discount. See, someone didn't pay for the upgrade of tires.
I'll
see.
still fly it. All right, it's time to play Smarter Than Your Hood. That's when you call up and you want to represent the city that you're living in by answering the very easy. But lately, it's been kind of, I won't say hard.
I upgraded to general knowledge because I thought it was a little too easy.
All right, so these are, again, general knowledge.
Yes.
You should know these things. And all you got to do is get the most right. If you do, you're going to go to XL 1067's Summer Splash. It's May 3rd at Aquatica, the biggest beach party in Orlando with access to only XL 1067 iHeartRadio listeners. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo weekend. Listen for all your favorite music while you enjoy the attractions at Aquatica. XL Summer Splash. Get your tickets, because you can pay for them at XL1067.com, but you don't have to if you win the game. We're going to give you a pair. So if you like to play and represent your city by answering very simple questions, you call right now. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. We come back. Let's see how smart you are. We'll play Smarter Than Your Hood on Johnny's House. His Las Vegas residency starts in about a month from now. That's Bruno Mars and Grenade, 727. It is Johnny's House Tuesday. Sunny and 88. It is 66 right now. Smart in your hood. That's what you call something. So I can represent my city. I'm very smart, and I can answer all these very simple questions that you're going to go out and throw out to me. And if you're going to do that today, we're going to hook you up. The one today, we're going to hook you up with some tickets for you to enjoy Summer Splash. That's May 3rd at Aquatica. That's when we take over the whole water park at night. If you'd like to buy tickets, go to xl1067.com. We first must meet our contestants. As an accountant representing Oviedo, Brittany. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
And how long do you live in Oviedo?
25 years.
25 years. And what do you love the most about Oviedo?
Just the community and how friendly everybody is.
Everybody's friendly. Did you go to high school there?
Yeah, I did.
And what high? Oviedo High?
Oviedo.
Yeah, that's the only one they got.
And have you ever played the game before?
I have not.
This is your first time playing. All right. Well, let's hold on. Probably can connect that to the next line. You're going to be playing against a medical assistant representing the city of Kissimmee. Let's say good morning to Jackie. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, good morning.
And how long have you lived in Kissimmee?
I've been here around 20 years.
You go to high school there?
No, I'm from Jersey.
You're from Jersey. But when you said that, that Jersey accent came out. I'm from Jersey. All right. And what do you love? What do you love most about Kissimmee?
I love that. It kind of reminds me of Jersey because I live where there's like little bodegas where I could go get my Spanish food and, you know, my shops and everything. So
somebody from Jersey just texted and said, stop lying.
Wow.
I was trying to see how you were going to connect Kissimmee to Jersey. I get what you're saying, the little shops. Okay. Because that's about where the similarities stop.
Somebody said, stop lying, Jackie. You know, Jersey, Kissimmee ain't got nothing in common except you. All right. The way it works is we're gonna throw out some very simple questions. If you know the answer, do not yell out the answer. Yell out your city, and then we'll give you an opportunity to answer the question. You get it right, you get a point. You get it wrong, we take away a point, but it doesn't matter because the last one is for a tie or for the win. So the first to figure out what you sound like on the air, on the count of three, I need you to yell out your cities. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oviedo.
Okay, Kissimmee, you need to go a little quicker. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
Oviedo.
Ooh.
You're not on speaker, are you?
Are you on speaker, Jackie?
Yeah, take it off.
Yeah,
girl.
take it off, girl.
Now.
Because she got like a half.
No.
All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
Oviedo.
Kissimmee.
He's still slow.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. First question again. Do not yell out the answer. If you yell out the answer, we take away a point. Yell out your city, we'll give you a chance. Here we go. What standard musical instrument has 88 keys?
Kissimmee.
That would be Jackie.
The piano.
The piano is correct. Nerese.
All right. Who wrote the famous play Hamlet?
Who wrote Hamlet?
Yeah. Come on, y'all.
It's pretty
Time's up.
Oh, no.
Nobody got the answer. It is William Shakespeare.
Wah, wah.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
He wrote Hamlet.
Adam
Neither.
Sandler.
Neither one of y'all knew. Damn. Okay, Brian.
All right. What's the only country that's also a continent?
Who's going to Google it fast?
Okay, they are wrong again. They ran out of time. The answer would be
that would be Australia.
yes.
Australia.
Okay.
Mate.
Okay.
You know that country?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great steakhouse.
Oh, I got money, so they ain't gonna get this last one. Anybody want something?
What is?
100% they're not.
Oh, they'll get this.
I ain't got
What? I think I got $2.
That's all I got is $2.
Okay, $2.
That's all I got.
They'll get it.
Okay, Ray, you say they'll get it?
Yeah.
I say they
I don't
won't.
have any cash on me. I think they'll get it. Though.
Okay. All right. Well, we got you down for 2.
All right. Put me down for 2.
All right, here it is. Jackie, you have 1 point. You get this right, you will win. You lose, it goes into a tie. Brittany, if you get it right, you go into a tie. If you get it wrong, Brittany, you lose. And if you both do not get it right again, Jackie will win with 1 point.
Here we go.
So, Brittany, you better roll the dice.
No, for real.
I'm telling you. All right, money's on the line. Miss Ray.
Okay. In what year did Christopher Columbus take credit for discovering America? Holy moly.
Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel.
Come on now.
Who's
Hit the buzzer, brother. Hit the buzzer. We're going to be here all day.
Come on.
I use my own buzzer.
Christopher Columbus.
Isn't there like a jingle to it?
Come on.
They did not get it right. The answer is what, Ray?
$14.92, and I'll give you my $2.
And Brian, you owe me $2 too.
I'm doing this every second until 10 o'clock.
I ain't gonna tell you something, ladies. We've been doing this game for years. I ain't gonna lie. And I mean this with nothing but love. Y'all are the worst two contestants we've ever had.
At least I got one.
Oh!
We've never had 3 questions time out.
Never.
Yeah.
Jackie, you are correct with 1 point.
Wow.
You are the winner. We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to Summer Splash, May 3rd at Aquatica.
I think Brittany thought being silent was going to help her win.
Oh, thank you.
I made it very clear that she had to answer this last one.
Yeah.
No choice.
No choice.
You basically just took your third strike without swinging.
Wow.
All right, y'all. Hold on, Jackie, so we can get some information from you. They say opposites attract. We're going to find out if you're opposites in your relationship. We'll do that next on Johnny's House. 7:36 on a Tuesday. You are listening to Johnny's House. I want to say thank you for listening to the program. We do appreciate you, seriously. It's going to be partly sunny and a high today of 88. It is still holding steady at 66 right now. So, Ray, Brian sent you this article about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so it was this article about how Taylor Swift is the black cat girlfriend and Travis Kelce is the golden retriever.
Okay, explain it.
So basically, the black cat is very mysterious and like independent, and then the golden retriever is very like interactive and an extrovert. So they're complete opposites. And if you look at that, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, because she is very like mysterious and she is very to herself.
Okay.
To an extent.
Okay.
And he is very bubbly and like a little dog.
So would you consider this kind of like an opposite attraction kind of situation?
Yeah. And they were saying that like it just works, you know, those two combinations just work.
Okay. And how would you say the dynamic is in your relationship?
I would definitely say Kim is the golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
She's very playful, very interactive, very extroverted,
Mm-hmm.
very she likes to communicate with everybody, just like a golden retriever.
Okay.
And like for me, I feel like I am to myself, but I am very open once you get to know me.
I guess my dynamic's a little different. I'm more extroverted on the air.
Oh yeah.
But in my own personal life, I'm very much an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
And the young lady I'm seeing is she's somewhat of a she doesn't like the light. She kind of like stays in the cut and does her thing. If we're taking pictures, she'll pull herself out of it.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen a picture with the two of us together.
I was gonna say she is very black cat.
Oh yeah, she's black cat. But she's always watching though.
Oh yeah.
She's always pawing off. I'm watching everything. I see everything that's going on. But it works for us because my personality is so overbearing that she's just kind of a go with the flow kind of person. Brian, how about you and yours?
Yeah, it's weird though for my wife and I, because I think if on the surface people would think that she's the black cattish and I'm the golden retriever, but it's reversed. Like she always jokes that I wouldn't have any friends if it wasn't for her.
Oh,
and she ain't wrong.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I think I'm more of the I'm not mysterious at all either though, which is weird because I mean we are pretty opposite though.
Mm-hmm.
But she's much more outgoing than I am.
Yeah. I'm outgoing when it's in a group setting like this or with some friends.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just me and her, I'm very much introverted.
That's the misconception is that we're like this with all the time.
Yes.
When we leave here, I'm really not.
We are that way with each other. Don't get two of us somewhere
once
together.
I get started. Oh yeah, now it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
But if it's just me, and her out, then I'm pretty much, hey, Johnny, hey, how you doing?
If you look at the traits to the black cat, you're selectively affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
You're selectively who you want to
see that, but I'm not. She is we're weird. We're half and half.
Yeah.
We're split in half. We're cat dog.
Yeah, you are.
And it works.
I love that show.
And Reese, what would you say?
I mean, 100%. I'm the golden retriever.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And I already feel for my future husband because all of my friends are golden retrievers.
Mhm.
So it's like putting him in that environment. I'm like, you better be ready. Buckle up if you're a black cat.
Buckle up. Or you say, hey, wait. Well, he was sitting right.
Hey, or just leave.
Hey, where do you go? What happened? What happened? I told you to buckle up. He said, look, babe, I had my seatbelt on and
Too many golden retrievers.
I couldn't ride.
Right.
The energy is too much. I know.
I want to find out about your relationship. Do you have one of those where it's like an opposite dynamic? Well, one is the black cat and the other one is the golden retriever. And explain how that works for you in your relationship. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, because we got questions if you're in that type of relationship. You can always text the XL Mobile. It's 41067. We can get into it on live stream and also on social media. But we want to hear from you in your relationship right now. Are your dynamics different? One is one way and one is the other, and it works for you. Explain it to us. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Hit us up now in Johnny's house. 7:51. That's Lola Young and Messy. You are listening to Johnny's House. 88 is what we're looking at as a high today, close to 90 in a lot of places. 66 right now, and a lot of sunshine. The heat is here, but the night is still cool. That's a good thing about it.
Yeah.
Night's still cool, but the heat is. I got my car yesterday. I think it was like 94, and I'm like, whoa, back. I'm talking about your relationships. Are you the opposites in your relationship? Are you the black cat and your mate's the golden retriever? Or what are you? Liz from Lakeland, good morning.
Hello. Yes, we are definitely opposites. I am 100% the golden retriever, and he is a black cat. And we have managed to make this work for 40 years.
Man, it sounds like it's been a fight for 47 years. You're like, we've made it work for 47
I tell people all the time, we've been married 37, 2 of them happily. No, we love each other, but I can't figure it out. Like, all of a sudden, he became a Trump fan after 30-something years of us voting Democrat. Now he's a Trump fan. I got Trump shit all over my
Okay, you can't say that, ma'am. You can't say that.
That escalated quickly.
That man stayed 40 years because he's afraid to leave.
She cussed like it was she was saying water. Just cussed. It's like that. Hold on, we gotta be quiet for a minute so our delay can ramp back up because they got problems in their relationship. We gotta be quiet for a second.
I mean, 40 years of it. Man's a hero. Go ahead.
All right. Liz, you can't cuss on the radio. Too late. Can't talk to you. We don't trust you. We don't trust you.
Maybe he's brainwashed.
My goodness. The only person who was able to hear that is us and Desiree. Desiree, you heard what she said, didn't you? Desiree.
Yes.
You heard what she said, didn't you?
Did I? Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, good for you.
The live stream heard it.
Oh, the live stream heard it?
Yeah, I can't control that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Desiree, are you who's the black cat and who's the golden retriever in your relationship?
I am definitely the golden retriever. I'm 100% the extrovert. I will say hi to everybody, and my husband is definitely the black cat. We've been together for 15 years. We're high school sweethearts.
Oh.
And we've been making it work. Our relationship is great, and but I still have a hard time figuring him out. So he's definitely mysterious too.
Does he say to you, "Why are you so friendly to people all the time"?
Yeah, he even jokes that like I could make friends with a wall. That's how much I like to talk to people.
You can hear it in your voice. You can tell you're a friendly person. That in a conversation, you won't leave the person hanging, and you just keep on talking. And you've always been that way.
Yes. Always. I've also learned now to like kind of step back and let other people talk too, but I used to just like ramble all the time.
Wow. This is the extent of my conversation. How you doing? Good. Life good? Yeah. All right.
Same.
I've heard everything. You say you're good in life. Life is good for you. What else I need to know?
Yeah, definitely. No, life is good. Life is good. We love where we're at. We love everything that's going on right now in our life.
Are you at a point now that you know when you're rambling?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's pretty good. That's a good quality. All right, well, Desiree, thank you for calling us before you start rambling.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You
guys.
too. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ray.
Somebody said, yes, I'm not super social, whereas my husband can talk to anyone about anything.
My dad was like that. My dad talked to anybody. My dad had this thing that there are no strangers.
Yeah.
Just people you don't know.
That's good.
Yeah. Not, man, I ain't like that.
Not for me, it's not good. But I mean, it's good for people in general.
Brian, what they say?
XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. A lot of people that are opposite have been married a long time, 29 years.
You know, I might not bring some of that so-and-so stuff in the house.
No. Someone said there's actually a whole cat chart that describes types.
Really?
There's an orange cat, a gray cat, a calico cat, a white cat. So it's not just a black cat. Just Taylor Swift happens to be that.
Oh, really?
So I'm not a cat person, so I'm not aware of the.
I thought
me neither.
I thought they all had the same personality. I'm not trying to be funny cat people. I didn't know.
Right,
so don't get
same,
mad at me. I'm not
same.
attacking you. I didn't know. I thought all cats did the same thing. They slept. When they want some affection, they come to you. They go in the little room and they poop and then they eat. I didn't know that they had different personalities. There's more to it than that.
Apparently they do. I'll look up the chart and see.
Yeah, because most people have cats say, my cat ain't like everybody else's cat.
Right. My
My
cat's
cat
like a dog.
Yes.
Then get a damn dog.
Nerese, live streamers.
Yeah, you guys know Susan and Stefan.
Yeah.
So Susan, she says that Stefan is the retriever, but then Kevin underneath that, he says definitely 2 golden retrievers with
for
Stefan
sure.
and Susan.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
if you met them, they're both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. All right, celebrity news is coming up, Ray. What's going on?
What is going on with Kanye West now?
Something different, y'all.
Yeah.
Information on the way, Johnny's house.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Celebrity News is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. So if you don't follow along with Kanye West on social media, or maybe you did and you unfollowed him because of the nonsense, just to let you know a little bit of what was happening throughout the day, which is still happening. Yesterday, he released this video for a song called Cousins, which is about a relationship he had with his male cousin when they were kids. In the caption, Kanye explains that they found his mother's dirty magazine and used to look at them together and, quote, act out what they saw. He doesn't say how old he was, but his cousin was 6 at the time. So
6?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if his cousin was older, or I could not imagine him being younger.
Where's his cousin now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So, and he said, my name is Yee, and I performed blank till I was 14.
Wow.
And he was talking about him and his cousin. So another interesting fact is that his cousin is in prison.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the only thing that I really know about him. I don't know like how old he is or anything like that. But yeah, the imagery in the video includes like a lot of different things, including like some homophobic slurs, a burning of a cross, and just like a lot of just different things, you know? And
is the song any good though?
I don't know, Brian. Did you listen to it?
I didn't hear it, no.
I mean, I just want. You take my money.
You ain't getting
I
that.
need. It ain't that.
No, you're not getting that.
No. So if you're seeing headlines this morning about how Kanye West did some things with his cousin, it's because he is actually putting it out there saying that he did and created a song saying that.
Wow.
I know. Long before the Pope actually became Pope Francis, this is actually a funny story. He was a nightclub bouncer in Argentina.
So the Pope was telling people, hey, you can't get in with this fake ID.
Yes. Yeah. So,
crazy.
I mean, unfortunately, we know now that he passed away from a stroke and irreversible heart failure following a long battle with pneumonia.
Yeah.
So that is actually what he passed away from. He actually fell into a coma before he passed away. He was 88 years old. The funeral is going to take place sometime between Friday and Sunday. Per his wishes, Pope Francis will be buried at the St. Mary Major in Rome.
He must be like the nicest bouncer in the world. Like, listen, personally, I'd like to let you in, but your name ain't on this list.
Right.
I know.
You're not on the list.
Sorry, I can't do it.
I'm sorry, I can't. Then I'm gonna lose my job.
Some other fun facts about the Pope. He owned a Harley.
That's
He
fun.
Really?
had a little motorcycle, and then he was given it to him by a company in 2013, and he auctioned it off like a year later. Pope Francis also vowed that he would baptize aliens if they actually surfaced.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of fun facts that are coming out about the Pope.
They said when they stayed in a hotel, you know, he went down and said, I'm gonna go ahead and pay my bill. Like, sir, you're the Pope, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You pay the bill. No, I'm gonna pay the bill. And he went to the front desk. How much I owe?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're the Pope.
And then, like,
Mhm.
sir, go back upstairs and check it on your TV.
That's what they said. We haven't checked out the desk in 30 years, sir.
Right.
I could never imagine him being a bouncer, though. But anyways, Shannon Sharp is the next big person that's getting hit with allegations. He is calling BS on this woman's allegations while sharing some graphic messages that he claims that she sent to him to back his side of the story.
I'm sitting at home yesterday. Let me
They
see.
are
Keep talking.
graphic.
Well,
Very graphic.
She says that she was assaulted numerous times by
Yes.
Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
And she has the same attorney that
Tony Busby.
went after
Yeah.
Jay-Z and everything.
Tony Busby.
And Shannon Sharp said, hold up.
It doesn't look good.
Hold up a second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all something.
Uh-huh.
So his attorney came out saying that this is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharp for millions of dollars. That she is suing for $50 million in damages. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and judgment based on the facts and the law. Go ahead.
I'm chilling.
I had to
Text.
share it.
I see Brian. I'm like, all right, something's up. I see,
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna read it like he wrote it. Yo,
Yeah.
did you see Shannon Sharp stuff? He ain't playing. He released a text, man, no filter. I said, is it on X? Man, he posted a statement from his attorney. They
Yes.
quoted a bunch of text messages. It's some real freaky stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's saying he assaulted her. He's saying, no.
Yeah.
I did what you told me to do.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can read any of
You
these.
can't.
You
Okay.
can't, yeah.
You can't.
Like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me.
That's the best you
That's
can
the
do.
best you can
That's
do.
the cleanest one.
That's the best she could do.
Or she said, I would love to cherish our love and share a child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she
Yeah.
did not say it that way. That was not
If
clean.
it is a dark child, I
Yep,
would love
yep.
for you
Yeah.
Yeah.
to impregnate me with.
I just love that shit.
That's
Yeah.
where you could do that.
I'm cleaning it up, y'all.
She wants him to do some things
Some-
with,
Yes.
in places where you
Oh, this is what I
I
can
would-
read. I know you missed this big juicy A.
Bro,
25.
you can't say that.
25. I said A. $25,000 for each cheek.
this is a Bruno Mars
Wow.
Sexy Red song.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. So, anyways, but my
Let me clean up. I know you missed this curvaceous bottom.
Here we go.
okay.
I told
$55,000 for each buttocks.
I told Johnny it's on now though because
Yes.
Uh-huh.
the best she could do, because she's not going to get her 50 million. The
Uh-uh.
best she could
No.
do now is tear him down, and so she's going to send his replies
Mhm.
and post those because why would she got to lose? Because it basically is a freaky relationship.
It is obviously for her to say these comments.
Well, the thing is, she secretly recorded them having a freak session, and she
you can't do that.
She edited it. You just can't hear the voices. And she edited it, and so his lawyer said, "Well, show us the whole video because it just shows him being somewhat aggressive." Right. And they won't show the whole video, which shows that it is consensual what they were doing.
But now she's got nothing to lose. So now she'll be like, okay, yeah, I said this, but here's what he said, which is going to cost him like mainstream sponsors and stuff that were willing to pay him money.
Well, his Shannon Sharp's attorney actually said that, these messages are just sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communication that she initiated. So we'll see how it plays out. But I mean, from everything from role playing to the language to fantasy scenarios, it's very explicit.
Me with your chocolate love.
Johnny could do this all day.
I can clean it up now. I can definitely clean it up. Goodness. All right. If you didn't think that was weird, Brian's got some weird stories that are really true next.
I was going to do it in weird but true.
Johnny's house. Luther, it is 8:10 in Johnny's house, 66 now, getting up to about 88 and partly sunny. Brian Grimes, give me them weird stories that are true.
Well, I've already accepted with this economy. I'm probably never going to get to retire. I'll probably just work to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I found my retirement job.
Okay.
This is getting big in Tokyo. Old guy rental services.
Okay. How does that work?
So this guy started it 13 years ago to help older people feel more valued. So you can rent older men for $7 an hour.
To do what?
Even though it's weird, they said just to hang out, get advice, talk about the way things used to be, whatever. Like if you don't have an older figure in your life.
Yeah. Older people do have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. You know. And so it's basically like old people consulting. So now you can rent an old guy in Tokyo. So I think that's going to be my retirement job. I'll be old, hang out with you.
I've always said in this industry what my retirement job is. We got Mandy on the side stage, Candy on the sub stage.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of the dancers. Make sure you're passing out those drinks. They're working hard for the money. Make sure you're tipping everybody in the building, y'all. Let me tell you, next on the stage is Candy. Let's give it up for Candy, y'all. 100%. I ain't coming out of the DJ booth, though.
I'll be down there wiping the poles with towels in between dances and stuff.
Man, that Johnny and Brian don't know what you're talking about.
I'll be out there collecting the dollars for the strippers.
Is this a Johnny's house reunion?
They'll be out there with a big fishing net, just getting the dollars. So that's going to be my old person retirement. You can rent me for an old person. Man, AI taking over again.
What have they
putting people
done?
out of jobs. So now in China, hair salons are using AI-powered machines to do wash and rinses in just 13 minutes. So these machines, they use infrared sensors. They detect your scalp. They choose the right shampoo method based on the type that the AI analyzes your head to be.
Yeah.
They offer different wash modes, speeds, normal, extra time, hotter water if you want it. They have 3 massage intensities. They have long hair, short hair, so it can read all of that.
Here's the thing. Having a little run-in with a salon once in my life, nobody wants to wash hair. So it would be one of those things that they would love that. So, because that way, once they're done with your hair, you can get your services done.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea because I'm on the other side receiving and I love getting my hair washed.
It's not they don't like it. It just takes up too much time.
I guess, but it's a part of the experience. Come on, I'm paying hundreds of dollars.
The time is now it's going to take me 30 minutes to wash your hair. I can knock out two more treatments.
I guess so.
Double the money.
I hate getting my hair washed. Hate it.
What?
It's weird. Who washes
you don't like to be
someone's hair
touched.
for them? That's so odd.
You don't even like massages.
It is the weirdest thing in the world. Look, that's one thing. I don't like being touched. Somebody washing your hair, that's
Let me
just
tell you
weird.
something, man. There's some women that like when their men do that. Just wash their hair for them.
Okay. All right. Well, for
That sounds like a personal thing.
for $1.35 in China,
About you, Ray. I
A
was talking to
personal thing.
Brian.
I'm talking about you.
But I wasn't talking to you.
But you talk about you.
I was talking to Brian, though. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, if I could buy this machine, $1.35, and then wash my woman's hair all day long. And she got a little tiny baby head, so I'll probably get it cheaper.
Baby, I'm going to do something nice for you tonight. Yeah, sit in that chair.
I can't.
I like it.
So and real quick, I don't know what's going on in California. I mean, I thought y'all liked environmentally like sound stuff, but then y'all started burning Teslas and whatnot. Now someone's rolling around and chopping down all the trees. Have you seen this?
Why?
They're using chainsaws to chop down mature, like tall trees in the middle of the night. People are coming out and trees are just in the street.
Bro, what?
But nobody knows why. So they've obviously been cut. You can tell by the pictures. So the city's now investigating to try to figure it out, but I don't understand.
You know you're bored. Well, you find enjoyment just going to somebody's house to cut down a tree.
It's not even just the house, it's the trees that are along the road, everything. They just go up to mature trees that have been growing for probably 100 years and
That's
done.
Bro, go tip a cow and relax.
Wow.
Like you're doing the most.
I don't understand. I don't know what y'all trying to protest over there, but
That's
you're doing it wrong.
strange.
My favorite tree was at Big Tree Park,
Oh, yeah.
the Senator.
That was a good one.
It was here, as they say, before Christ.
Yep, it was big.
And a crackhead burned it down.
No.
Mhm.
Yes, true story.
Yep, it burnt from the inside. It
Yeah.
was so big. Once it,
was-
caught fire, they couldn't stop it.
I walked in, I'm like, look at that. It was just majestic.
We took a field trip there to see it.
Us
Did you?
too. Yep.
And the
Oh my
crackhead
gosh.
was trying to keep warm or something and burnt the damn thing down.
Oh,
Is the
geez.
park still open? They just say, you know what?
It's still open.
So ain't nothing to see here.
Yeah.
This,
It used to be called Big Tree Park. Now it's just Tree Park.
some beautiful trees out there. All right, listen, when we come back, we're going to find out who's been on the most cruises. We're going to talk about hours and tell you how you can sign up, and you still got time to get on that payment thing. If you think you've been on the most cruises, we want to hear your number. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Your number. Who's been on the most cruises? We're going to talk about our cruise next on Johnny's House.
We got guests in here, Ray.
I know.
And you over here
She's
acting,
got to get used to it.
acting disgusting.
She's Maddie's not a guest. She's just very influential right now, Ray. And she looks at you as a mentor and a peer.
I didn't realize we were on the air. She's got to get used
scary.
to it.
Boy, that's scary. Oh, my Lord, that's scary. 827 Johnny's house. Wow, I'm scared.
Yeah, I was just so into the conversation.
We weren't on the air until just now.
I know. And then I looked at my...
Ray, I got my headphones on. I'm talking right in the mic. When do I talk right in the mic when I'm talking to you?
Sometimes you do that.
No, I do not.
Not without his headphones on, yeah.
Ray's on. You got some rest last night, didn't you?
No, I ate your gum.
Oh, that's right.
You brought this
she's on the crack gum.
This energy focused Nero B12 gum. I was like, give me 2 pieces.
You ate 2?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Hey, you know what? To offset Ray, I'm gonna eat 2 pieces next break.
Do it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll eat 4.
The 9 o'clock hour is going to be great.
Sonny.
I don't care if my heart explodes. I'll eat 4.
No, man, I need you around. Don't eat that. Don't do that.
I got life insurance.
I'm being a little selfish now. Don't do that. I need you around up in here. Don't do that.
I like 3.
828, partly sunny with the high of 88. Is it still 66, Ray? What is it?
It is, actually.
All right. Don't forget our cruise is coming up. I called Patricia. She answered the phone. Patricia
Nice.
answered the phone. Said, hello, this is Patricia. And we're ready to book. And here's the thing, man. You got a couple months. You can put some money down. You got a couple months to pay it all off. We are leaving on September the 18th on the Carnival Freedom out in Port Canaveral. We got some crazy plans that we may be doing the morning of. Y'all still think about doing that?
I'm down.
yeah.
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. But we want you to be a part of it. And all you have to do, you can go to xl1067.com. You can see the itinerary. We're going to be the day at sea. We're going to go to their new private island. I think it's open. It may not even be open yet.
It's supposed to open the summer, so could be anytime.
And then we'll be dragging our butts back on Monday, September the 22nd. So we answered the question, how many cruises have you actually been on? And I think as a show, we've done 17.
Oof.
If you count the unofficial one.
Yeah.
17. And I think I've been on 5 of my own, so 22. I'm on some platinum with Carnival. That's the only reason I only go Carnival because they let you tear the boat up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anywhere else, you like a damn fool acting the way you do.
And we've been so much now we get free laundry service.
Yes. Watch my filthy draws. Brian, how many of you? I know you've been on a few.
Yeah, I mean, I've done the 17 that we've done, obviously, and then I probably have total about 30.
30.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've done all of
But you know different cruise
a few
lines.
Disney.
Yeah.
I've done a few Norwegian. I've done Royal Caribbean, obviously.
Yeah.
Then Carnival a bunch.
I did. The Bud Light used to do it. They used to rent out a whole cruise ship.
Oh yeah, Port Paradise.
And you can only win on in a bar or something that they sponsor. And once I got on that boat, I'm like, I'm on a boat full of drunks.
Yep.
Because that was the only way to win is from a bar.
Yep.
And they did they were doing some serious drinking.
I went the next year, and last night someone punched the piano player in the face.
Stop.
I told Brian, I said, Brian, you going?
Why?
It was awesome. First of all, Nelly performed on the private island. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
But then the last night, I don't know, the piano guy was cool. Everybody loved him. We were there every night of the cruise singing along, and then some dude rolls up, middle of the song, bop, punches them in the face, and then runs and jumps in the glass elevator, and you can watch him go up.
Oh my God.
So security just stood and watched. Oh, he got off on 8. All right, cool.
But it's a boat full of unlimited Bud Light, all of it.
Every 50 feet, there's a Bud Light cooler, and you just grab it.
On the island. On the island, Bud Light, everything.
Everything.
Sounds trashy.
Maddie, how many cruises have you been on?
Love it.
Have you cruised?
I've been on 3. One when I was like way younger at
With the
Disney
family?
Cruise.
Yeah.
And then recently I did 1 Norwegian and 1 Virgin Voyages.
So you've never done Carnival?
No.
You need to go on ours. You and your man need to go.
I'm going on another one in 3 weeks,
3 weeks?
for my birthday on Margaritaville.
All right.
Ray, how many you been on?
I've done 7.
Total?
3, 3 with you
guys.
guys.
That's it?
Wow, that's only been 3?
Yeah. Well, because we did the flyaway to
Oh,
Mexico,
yeah,
and then we did
that's
the staycation,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
we
Yeah,
stopped
that's right.
for a
That's right.
year.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. And the reason, how many?
Jeez, you guys have stories to tell. I think I've only done like 3 or 4.
Really?
Yeah, not that much. My first one was maybe like 6 years ago or something for my
Yep.
sister's birthday. Yo, I blacked out. I didn't know how to act on a cruise.
Hey, if Bud Light ever does that again,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
that.
an experience.
They pulled out of that quick. They're
I
like,
want to
nah.
go.
It was me and another black dude named Edward. The whole
You were
boat.
the only two black guys.
Yes, sir.
Well, because you can't buy it.
Yeah, you got to go.
You got to win it.
You got to win it.
And then you usually have to go to like sports bar
Bars
type
and-
places,
oh,
and
yeah.
they decide where they give them away.
So they were all giveaways. No one, you couldn't buy your way in.
Right, you couldn't buy your way in.
I was like, what's up? He's like, hello. So I guess we ain't gonna do no bonding, huh?
Right.
Player, you on your own. Watch what you say, because I don't have your back.
Right. Gonna flip real
Understand
quick.
what boat we're on, right?
Right.
He did.
Oh, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that.
Yes, like that. All right, well, take care. See you. All right, we come back. We're going to talk about some jobs that you had that people will not believe you had that job. That's on the way on Johnny's House. $8:35, Johnny's House. Pope Francis, if you didn't know earlier, he was a nightclub bouncer in Buenos Aires. Want to find out what's a job you had that people would not believe you had that job in the past? We're going to talk about that next on Johnny's House. 8:39, Johnny's house high today of 88. It is, what did you say it was?
It's 72 now.
72 and partly sunny today. So the Pope, unfortunately, has passed, and a lot of people doing research on his life, and they found out that he was a bouncer?
Yeah, in Argentina. I don't know a lot about religion, so I mean, I like to read up on stuff to try to figure stuff out. So I was reading about him, and one of the things they were talking about is kind of the weird background that he had, and he was a bouncer back in his day before he was,
And people are like, really?
The man.
And we were talking about it earlier. He had to be the nicest bouncer ever. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. Your name's not, it's not on the list.
All right, but come see me on Sunday.
I mean, really. And you can't get in there with those shoes on. I mean, it's not my rule. It's the club's rule. So I want to find out some unusual jobs you had that people would not know. Brian, what was yours? I know didn't they used to send you under a house?
Yeah. Now, if you hear that I was in customer service with my attitude, you might think that's a little weird. But I know how to turn it on if I need to.
Yeah.
But yes, I think the weirder one is that I used to be the guy who crawled into crawl spaces for an AC company. So like underneath houses and stuff, because I was small at the time. I've always been 5'6", but I was also like 110 pounds, so I could squeeze into small areas. Yeah. So I was dirty, covered in dirt from like nonstop every day. So if I needed to get into the attic into a crawl space, I would go. Underneath the house, I would go. So that was me.
Mine was, and I mentioned it before, I used to work for the Charlotte Observer, and I used to run complaint routes and then cut people off that didn't pay their $4 a week for the newspaper. And I had to go to people's house. I hated that job, man, because they were usually senior citizens. Ms. Brown, yes, ma'am. They say you ain't paid your paper in 2 weeks. I'll get it this week, ma'am. They told me I had to cut you off.
No. And that's their only access to the news.
You can't cut me off. That's the only way I get the paper.
Because there's no internet.
Oh,
Ms. Brown,
that's horrible.
I don't know what to do.
Not Miss Brown.
I see the guy every now and then throwing the newspaper here.
Yes.
And I think of you every single time.
Oh, I would, man. The complaint routes. I hated that job. I hated it.
The setup, it used to be, it might still be the same way, is you're on the hook for that money.
Yes.
If you deliver the paper.
Yes.
Because after my dad passed, the guy kept delivering the paper to my house. And I was like, seriously, stop. But he kept delivering. And then he showed up one day and he's like, you haven't paid in like 3 months. And I'm like, all right. And he goes, I said, how much? He's like, $13. I'm like,
$13.
Because it's a quarter a day.
Right. Here's $15. Have a good day.
No, I said, I ain't prepared to pay that today. So why'd you keep delivering it, dude?
I never got one of a girl I knew. Hey, what's up? What are you doing here? I'm the senior with Miss Johnson. That's my grandmother. Really? Well, I got to cut her off because Ray, what was yours?
I don't know. I mean,
I worked at the car wash.
Was that a shock? I mean, I was a vacuumer. I was a vacuumer. I was a real good vacuumer.
I couldn't do it. The first time I ran across something I didn't need to see.
Yeah, it was hot. So I did it during like the summertime and stuff. And like I would just be drenched in sweat. But like some people
But you love that job.
I did it for a while.
Yeah.
That was my first ever job. And people are gross.
Listen, when we did the tanks for giving.
Oh, man.
And we had to pump gas in people's cars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was over by UCF. And let me tell you, UCF students, y'all cars are nasty.
Yes.
Some of y'all live in your cars, but I mean, you got a dorm, but you live in the cars. You can tell. They had everything. They only had enough room in the car for them to sit.
Yeah. Yep. There'd be times where we would like look at the car and be like, not it. And like back away.
You better go get that one.
Yeah.
Nerese, what is yours?
For me, it was maybe like the people that flip the signs around at the streets in the corner. Yeah. That thing lasted for like maybe 2 days or something like this.
That's work.
That is work.
And it was hot outside too. The guy, he would like drive around to check in on me and my sister that we're flipping the sign or whatever. We'd be sitting down in the shade.
You can't be no sign flipper.
That's how we got cut like 2 days after.
Of course you gonna get cut.
That's the first rule of sign flipping.
You gotta flip
the damn sign.
Maddie, did you have one?
Well, I mean, up until December, I was the girl driving the Red Bull Mini Cooper.
Right.
Yeah, if you ever
that was a cool job.
saw somebody with the Red Bull backpacks handing out free Red Bull on the streets, yeah, that was me.
That's a pretty cool job.
Have you seen the Mini Cooper with the giant Red Bull can driving down the 408? That was me.
Oh, nice. Not bad at all. I want to find out what is a job, what do you do now, and what is a job you had that people would not believe that you did that back in the day? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067, live stream, social media. We want to hear from you. What do you do now, and what are jobs you had back in the day that people wouldn't believe you had it? We want to hear from you on Johnny's House. 846, Johnny's house, sunny with the high of 88, 72 right now. The Pope who recently passed, they, talking about his life and found out he was a bouncer in Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
What you said. Yeah. So we want to find out, what do you do now, and what's a job that people would not understood that you did in the past? From Orlando, Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. So what do you do now?
So currently I am a registered behavior technician. I'm actually a server and I'm a food runner as well. So I have 3 jobs.
Okay, so what did you do back in the day? Yeah.
So back in the day, I actually went to become an apprentice to a place in South Carolina called Tigers, where the guys from Tiger Kings, not the Joe guy, but Joe Exotic or whatever his name was. But Bhagavan Antle, the guy with the really long hair that had the elephant. And so I went there, thought that I was going to become an apprentice to a tiger trainer. And I was like maybe all of 18 or 19 at the time. And that was an interesting experience to say the least. And for sure, when I saw the Tiger Kings, I was like, oh, I was there. Like, I knew that girl, Barbara, that was like talking. It was crazy.
Wow. Now, here's the thing. I understand that, and you may be able to answer this or not, that they love the Tigers when they're young. When they're old is when they don't want them anymore.
You know what? I wasn't there long enough. I was literally there for like a weekend because I was like, there was palmetto bugs, oh my gosh, the hugest palmetto bugs flying across. And the way that they presented it in the, like, on the ad and on, online, it was like, oh, you would get money for, or room and board and whatever. But it was like a camper that I was sharing with another girl that didn't have like a bathroom on the camper. So I would have to walk in the middle of the night with like animals all around. I mean, of course they're like caged up, but still they're like, I'm listening to these lions.
Girl, you ain't want to be no lion. You ain't want to be no trainer. You got to walk around amongst the night with him. Go,
yeah, right.
Then you're doing what you're supposed to do. From Popka, Rich.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Rich, what do you do now?
And I'm a financial advisor.
Okay, and what did you do? What job you had that people wouldn't believe you did it?
One of my very first jobs, I worked at a call center where I processed calls for deaf people. So a deaf person would call in to like a computer, they would type what they want to say, and I'd have to relay that to like a person that could hear.
Oh, deaf?
And,
You said
deaf.
Yeah.
Okay. Deaf, like deaf people. No, deaf. Yeah, they couldn't hear, hearing impaired. So it was a pretty cool job. But what happened was sometimes like a female would call in and she'd want to type spicy to her boyfriend, and he just felt weird saying some of those.
No way!
That's awesome.
No way!
So I'm like saying to a guy, caller is saying, and it was just felt weird having that conversation.
The caller is saying, "What are you wearing right now?"
Oh my gosh!
A little bit more intense.
I know. We're on the radio. We're on the radio,
I
Rich.
love that job.
All right, you hold on a second. All right, from Orlando, Jessica. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Oh, I can hear it in your voice. I know what you used to do.
No, it wasn't that kind of job.
You used to dance for change.
Oh, yeah.
No change, only dollars.
She said, not jingle, jingle, crinkle, crinkle, baby.
How could you tell by her voice?
Huh?
How could you tell by her voice?
You just kind of know. How long did you script?
About 3 years.
3 years. And what was your biggest night?
My biggest night? Oh, we did a lot of celebrity functions. So
$5,000?
Thousands of dollars, I would say. Yeah, a little more.
Now, how did you get out? Because most of y'all in the biz, you can't get that same money when you get out, so you just kind of stay in. How'd you get out?
I outgrew it.
Yeah, I grew it.
Something I wanted to do, I wanted to experience, and I went to the plateau, and I wanted to do something real with my life.
Okay. All right. Well, good for you. And what do you do now?
I'm an ICU nurse.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you really were working your way through college.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yes,
Working your way through college. I hear you. All right. Well, thank you, Jessica. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you. Have a nice day,
You
guys.
too. Ray, what they say?
I don't know what this guy does now, but he said that he used to cremate people, and people are always very shocked to hear that he did that.
Yes, sir. Not everybody can do that
Cremation, I
job.
know.
They can't do that. And B.
Let's see. XL Mobile, powered by attorney Dan Newland. And the rec need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Someone else used to drive the Red Bull Mini Cooper back in 2007.
Hey!
So it's probably the same exact one.
All right.
Then someone said, I'm currently a car salesman, but I used to be a male gigolo in Las Vegas.
Okay.
A male gigolo?
Yeah.
A gigolo?
That's what it says. I don't know.
Wow. That's a male prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
I guess he kind of just aged out of it too.
Probably.
All right.
Or they aged
him
out of it.
The jobs weren't coming.
Phone stopped ringing.
Yeah. All right, Ray, celebrity news coming up in a bit. What you got?
So is Taylor Swift going on tour in 2026 or what?
Really?
Because the rumors are out there.
On the way on Johnny's house.
Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station.
Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Check. That's check.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right. So yesterday we mentioned that Taylor Swift, there was rumors that she was going to go on a 2026 tour.
Yep.
Well, the reason why this took off is because there was a Derby gala that happened, and they were auctioning off Taylor Swift tickets on her next tour.
Yeah.
So like one of the items, they were auctioning off tickets to her next tour. Well, the co-founder of the gala has now come out and released a statement clarifying what the prize was, noting that the tickets were intended to be for Taylor's next tour, whenever that may be.
Oh, they just put a date on there.
Yeah. So in the most recent press release for the gala, it inadvertently listed one of the auction items as a signed guitar by Taylor Swift and 2 concert tickets during her upcoming 2026 tour.
See, they worded it wrong.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of took off. And so she had to basically come out and she was like, our deepest apologies for getting Swiftie Nation excited. Because once they saw that, they were like, it was a spiral effect. They were like, oh my gosh, a new tour means new music, means this, means that.
The woman said, I've been touring for 2.5 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, the 2026 tour might not actually exist, but the tickets are real. What the co-founder confirmed, that the tickets would still be available at auction and were for a concert during her next tour, whenever that is.
I think all that takes is a promoter or someone associated with her camp saying, hey, can we get some tickets to auction off whenever? And then whenever they're available, they'll give them the tickets.
Yeah, because I'm assuming it's a big enough charity that they can ask that.
Yeah, so obviously their wording was a little off and got people a little hyped.
Man.
So the Grand Prix in Miami's coming up.
That's huge.
Yes, it is May 2nd through the 4th. And they just released some of the people that are going to be performing at the 3-day celebration. It's going to start with a dance set from Kygo on Friday, May 2nd. It's going to continue with Cascade on Saturday, May 3rd. And the grand finale will happen on race day, May 4th with Pitbull and Tiesto.
This is where the biggies with cash come out and watch these races. These Formula Ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying. Tickets for Hard Rock Beach Club at the Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix are on sale now.
They shut down Vegas.
Yeah,
for that.
They rebuilt the whole strip.
Yeah, so they
it's still in pieces because I'm on in Vegas on the weekends. Like it's still in pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a good movie. I saw the trailer. Brad Pitt stars in. It's called F1. It's the one that I think they started filming in Daytona.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh,
okay. So, but they're saying that they're going to continue to build on this incredible energy and cultural vibrance of Miami. So obviously that's why Mr. 305 is performing. But all of these DJs, it's going to be an incredible weekend.
They built a fake marina at Hard Rock Stadium so they can park yachts in it so you can rent yachts out to watch from your yacht.
Oh, I do remember you saying that.
That was the most bougiest thing ever.
Crazy.
Listen, F1s look at NASCAR like, but NASCAR is where it all started.
Yeah.
That's where it all started. But they look at us like, so those little cars go round and round in circles.
Like all the princes, the royalty. They come over and watch
the Formula One.
Formula One.
That's crazy.
That's wild. A federal judge just denied Sean Diddy Combs a request for a 2-month delay in the sex trafficking
I wonder why
case.
he wanted to delay. I thought he would want to get out of jail.
Because I think he's trying to recruit new attorneys. Remember, I was telling you that he wants a black woman attorney on his side. So that's what he's trying to do, is build his defense team. But now what they're saying is that the planned start date is still going to be in place, which is the first week of May is when they're going to happen. So during Diddy's arraignment on Monday, his lawyers argued that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York have been withholding upwards of 200,000 documents related to the case. So they haven't seen those documents, so they can't really defend themselves because they haven't seen them. But the judge said, nah, we're gonna go forward.
I saw someone the word in the street is that he had a breakdown in jail to the point they had to take him to a hospital.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You saw that too, B?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a breakdown. Can you imagine? I think it was around the holidays. Can you imagine? I mean,
Yeah,
Diddy.
Yeah,
This
your
is when
life changed.
that's when I had my little, white parties, and now I'm in jail.
Yeah, so his team is just requesting for the 200,000 documents from the government so they could see it.
200,000.
200,000 documents related to the case that his defense team hasn't really seen.
I see why he wanted delays. Like, we got to read some of this stuff.
No, May 5th is the trial
They're
date,
really-
and they're going to go forward.
Oh yeah, they're coming after him.
It's right there.
I know.
Yeah.
On Monday was the first time we saw drawings, though,
Yeah.
of Diddy. And in the drawings,
He's
he was
great.
all white.
Oh, he's great.
All gray.
Oh yeah, I told you that as soon as he went in. He got the stylist.
Well,
he
they
got the.
want him to look sympathetic, old and decrepit.
We'll see what happens. What's trending? We'll give you some more of that on the way on Johnny's House.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. Oh, lost in the words that we speak. I don't even want to do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and all love's the only war worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you, right next to you, next to you, right next to you. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. I wanna be next to you.
9:10, Johnny's house. What's trending is coming up. What can we expect, ma'am?
Yeah, we got some really good news for those who drive through Champions Gate.
Okay, on the way, Johnny's house.
Just a few minutes.
I didn't think you'd understand me. How could you ever even?
Nine 13 is Johnny's house. Nerese, tell us what's trending, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is really cool. Forward basketball player for the Florida Gators, Alexis Gassett, is now going viral for posting her video of when she discovered when she was pregnant. And this is crazy because she found this out right before she went into the game against the South Carolina. So
Really?
This happened back in February, but the video was recently uploaded in TikTok. And you see her documenting the moment where she took 3 pregnancy tests and her facial reaction is just in pure shock. She was pregnant, but despite the news, she still played 18 minutes off the bench that night. And just last week, she announced her retirement for basketball to focus on motherhood.
Oh, so she's done with basketball. Okay.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering, she is expecting with her husband, Brandon Gassett. So.
Okay. Very good.
The Florida Department of Transportation is going to be accelerating the I-4 expansion, and we're talking by 8 months. So this is part of the Ron DeSantis Moving I-4 Forward project that's helping improve roadways. And right now, there are 2 new lanes going in each directions between Champions Gate and Celebration that are going to be worked on and be finished, hopefully, by April 28th. And again, this is 8 months before the original completion date. So
I have a good friend who was here last week. I went to high school with him, and he was texting me. And I said, so where are you staying? He goes, out at Champions Gate. My son has an Airbnb. And I said, 2 things. Beautiful area. A lot of traffic. He wrote back, you ain't lying, man. What's up with the traffic?
Yeah. Dude, that right there to 27.
Yep, right there.
So bad.
He's like, my goodness.
There's an average of 140,000 cars that drive through there daily.
Always traffic
Insane.
right there. Good
Yeah.
that they're doing that.
Shout out to Ray for always keeping us updated on all things Diddy. But South Park is now going to get in on it too. The trailer for season 27 just showed Diddy in an orange suit flying through space on a jetpack. I don't even know.
Wow.
But yeah, South Park is known for their dark humor, so we'll see how far
How
they'll
many
go with
years?
it.
27?
27. Insane.
Yes.
Yeah. Other things that you'll see in the trailer: bird flu, AI, a war in Canada. So the season drops July 9th on Comedy Central if you want to catch it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we come back. You know, there was a very big plane situation that happened in Central Florida. And we're going to find out, when have you been in a situation in an airplane on the way on Johnny's House? $9:18, it is Johnny's House, and expect to be partly sunny today. 88 is a high, 79 now, and 88 is a high. All right, now this happened yesterday. It's major news. It's hit all around the world. There was a Delta airline flight that was leaving Orlando yesterday, and what people didn't understand is that the engine caught fire just before takeoff, and they said it was carrying 282 passengers, 10 crew members. That's a lot, because the most I've seen on a flight is 4.
Yeah, that is a lot. I mean, I guess there's probably 2-3 pilots.
Okay, it says 10. It says 282 passengers, 10 crew members, and 2 pilots.
Oh,
so the most I've seen is 4.
That's a lot.
10. Somebody was riding somewhere. They said they evacuated the plane. There was a few injuries, and I wanted to find out if everybody moved in order. And then they're just saying panicked passengers said they couldn't get off the plane because there was only one plane available with the emergency slide. You couldn't get those people off through the exit door when the people were trying to panic and pushing. I knew that was going to happen, that they weren't getting off. The people were pushing, saying, we're not going to get off the plane. Now, you're looking out the window, you see a plane, the engine burning up, and there's 280 people. So do you unload like you normally do, wait till your section is called, and, what do you do? Yeah, I would just, that's what I think you did, first class passengers first. I mean,
Why?
Because you right there.
No.
So how are you supposed to do it?
That's
then?
my life on the line.
Every man for himself.
Exactly. Yo, I've envisioned this before. I'm not going to lie. And I see myself crawling over these chairs like Spider-Man. And I will get to that door. I do not care.
Really? See, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would wait.
I feel
I
like
would wait.
it has to be
It has to
calm
be
and
that way.
orderly.
You have to be.
The wing is on fire. What if that plane explodes?
I mean,
But what if there's elderly people? What if there's
the
children?
I'm not trying.
I really was joking.
No,
Continue joking.
I am the epitome of same rules for everyone. So clearly, you follow the rules, and everyone gets off safely. If you when you can't have a
hell would break
society
loose.
in chaos.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
a society with chaos.
Yeah.
So then nobody gets off because
Nobody.
now we're rioting and beating each other. So you got to do it right now. I'm gonna sit there in the back and be like, "Hurry your rich ass up!"
I'm gonna sit back and keep looking at that fire. I'm like, yo, and I'm, there's some people gonna do some screaming and the yelling and hey, listen, man, watch out, blah, blah. And they were screaming and they was pushing. I can see the pushing, because if you are in road 37 and the shooter's on road 3, I got to get from here, and y'all ain't moving fast enough, So
yeah, but as soon as you knock someone over, now we know ain't no one moving.
Yeah, I'm not doing the pushing. I know somebody's pushing me. Now, if it's that last row, if we all on that last row, then it's who gets to that place first. Now it's the battle. It's the battle of the fittest on that last row, because we're all got to come out at the same time,
right?
So you might have to throw a punch of a jab.
I mean, it has to stay orderly until it's not.
Yeah.
Once it's not, now it's chaos.
It's total chaos.
But you got to do it in an orderly fashion.
You have to at least try. And I'm sure the flight attendants were saying, "Hey, I know everybody wants to get off single file, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And when do the captains get off? Are they last?
I mean, they're supposed to go down with the ship.
No, I think that's sea. I don't think that's plane.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
know
generally
either.
speaking, they go down with the ship, but
But that's why I feel so bad for the flight attendants, because they have to make sure that everybody is like orderly and getting off. And
Ray, they signed up for that.
I understand.
They signed up for that. When you go through all those courses to become a flight attendant, that's one of the rules. Hey, you might see the flames coming down, but you got to make sure everybody, that's your job.
They will literally go through the fight or flight.
And if you jump on that slide, you understand you're not working anymore.
If I'm close to retirement, though, I'm out.
You know that once you ain't the last one on that slide,
if I'm close
your career's over.
Close to retirement, though, I'm going.
I'm just gonna have to, how they little bathrooms? I'm gonna have to put me on somebody's shirt. Hey, want you a flight attendant? Nah, man. I was in 38B. I swear you was a flight attendant. People hear that all the time, man. Just wait your turn. We all get on this thing together. I want to find out, when have you ever been on a plane and an emergency situation happened? I was on one of those crop duster planes. I think I was flying from like Miami to the Bahamas, and there was and that bad boy dropped.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was kind of. It was soda out on a white shirt. It was people were screaming, and it was and the girl the woman I was with was like, "You were screaming. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
What the hell? So what?
Right?
Were you not? Are you not afraid
I don't
for
feel
your
less
life?
manly.
I mean,
Must have been that intense.
didn't accomplish anything though. With
No.
screaming.
I think I yelled "mama."
Right. Well, I can hear that because we were on a roller coaster together once, and you yelled "mama" a bunch of times.
Don't know why that happens. You ever been on a plane and a situation occurred?
Not in the air, just
Okay.
on the runway. But it was just, they had to de-ice it like literally 6 times. And then they finally were like, all right, we're not going to take the plane. I'm like, that's probably a good idea.
Seriously.
We can't stay here for 20 minutes without it freezing. It's probably a good idea. So then they got us all off and took us back inside.
Bro, I was like, my vote is to go ahead. Let's go ahead.
I'm from Florida. I've only seen snow a couple times in my life. I'm like, look, if you got to take ice off a plane, nah.
Ray, you ever been in one?
No.
Good for
thank
you.
Goodness.
Good for you. Odds on your side.
Yeah, seriously.
Nerese?
Same.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
just
good.
a little turbulence here and there, but like, we're good with that.
Maddie?
No stories,
Good.
but I'm about to fly Delta out of MCO, so pray for me.
It won't happen twice.
No. You're good, because it happened here. I mean, think about it. When's the time you heard of a plane that caught fire at OIA? Almost never.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Almost.
Almost.
I was going to say, I got literally no scientific basis for it. It won't happen twice.
Almost.
I'm just saying.
Probably.
We're just trying to make you feel good before you're on your flight.
It won't happen twice.
Well, hell, we don't know. What the hell
Someone's
we
probably
know?
driving to the airport now thinking the same thing.
Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I hope you're living right. All right. I want to find out, when has a situation occurred with you on an airplane? Got a $25 gift card to Tijuana Flat. Tijuana Flat is turning 30, celebrating 3 decades of bold flavor and fun with a deal you do not want to miss. And we're going to hook you up with a lot of food, but you got to tell us when you're on a plane and a situation occurred. Now, hopefully everything turned out okay. If it was one of those tragic ones, we don't have that kind of show. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067. Live stream, social media. We want to hear from you. You're on a plane, and a little situation occurred. Tell us about your situation. $25 gift card at Tijuana Flats will be yours. So call us now in Johnny's house. 9:36, it is Johnny's house. Yesterday was all the news. There was a Delta flight that was leaving, and the engine caught on fire, and people got off the plane. A couple of them say, I ain't waiting, and jumped right on off. So we just want to find out when you're in a plane and a situation occurred. Got a $25 gift card to Tijuana Flats. Polk City, Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so what happened?
So we were leaving for like one of the breaks, like Christmas break from Rhode Island to Florida.
Okay.
And we got to the airport. It was like a 4:00 flight. And then they, like, after waiting and being delayed, they're like, so the plane has technical difficulties. We're going to get you on a different plane. So we got on that plane. It had to be Christmas break because it was snowing. And we got on that plane and we were taking our German Shepherd with us. So he was underneath, obviously too big to be on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so then we're sitting there, we're getting ready to take off, and they're like, so we're going to be delayed. We're like 7th in line to get de-iced. We sat on that plane for, I think, a good 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, my dad was furious because it's temperature controlled underneath, but it's dark. Like, it's a 3-hour flight normally. We were scheduled to leave at like 5 the night before. We ended up getting to Orlando like between, I think it was like 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning. And we had people waiting to pick us up that sat at the airport all night.
My goodness.
And they wouldn't give you any food or drinks or anything while we sat there.
Did they at least show you a movie? Can y'all please show us a movie? I'm just saying.
Nothing. They said nothing till we're up in the air.
7 hours of just sitting?
Yep.
How'd your little dog hold up?
He was okay. Definitely had to like go to the bathroom when we got there. But
He didn't go on the plane?
No.
Oh, I told my dog, let it go, play.
Yeah,
Let it go.
You ain't in trouble.
Yeah, you ain't in no damn trouble. From Kissimmee, Anita, good morning.
Good morning.
When you're on a plane, a little situation occurred.
So many years ago, my family and I were headed to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, and we took off as normal on the airplane. About 30 minutes into the flight, the captain comes on and says, oh, guys, we have a little problem. We have an engine light. We have to turn around and go back. So we turn around and we land back in Orlando. The ground crew fixes the plane. They said, okay, great. We're ready to take off again. So we take off for the second time, and about 30 minutes into the flight, the captain comes on again and says, oh, sorry, folks. The engine light came on again. We need to turn around and go back. So everyone at this point is like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So we turn around, we land in Orlando again. The ground crew fixes the plane. I'm using air quotes for that.
Yeah.
And then for the third time, we take off, and again, about 30 minutes into the flight, they have to turn around again for engine problems, and we have to land back again in Florida. Finally, the airline said, okay, we're going to change planes. And so they gave us a new plane, and finally we made it.
After how many times? How many? 3 turnarounds?
3 times. Yes.
I don't even know if I would have gone on the second time.
That's like the universe trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Or they're people from Impractical Jokers or Punk or somebody's on the plane just trying to see how long it's going to take you out to snap.
B, I saw the preview of what's that movie? Final Destination?
Yeah.
That's some creepy stuff,
Yeah.
man. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, you hold on a second. Yeah, the chain reaction. Oh man.
Yep.
Have you seen it?
Uh-huh.
No, dude, it's crazy. From Sanford, Brett, good morning.
Good morning.
Brett, when were you on a plane, a little situation occurred?
So it was back in 2019. I was on my way home from New Jersey and coming back home. And so the flight was already delayed a couple hours because it was raining over in New Jersey and Orlando at the same time. So then we finally get on the plane and we're taking off in the rainstorm. And so we're hitting turbulence. And then I have a kid behind me kicking the back of my seat. And then the person next to me was throwing up on the plane.
Oh.
And then the kid in front of me was crying the entire flight. And I'm just over here looking at the window, trying not to freak out. And then also watching the wings flapping up and down from all the turbulence I was in.
Dude, I just had on some headphones. I'm just gonna I'm going to have some music just take me away from
Close your
all this.
eyes.
B, what they said over there?
Let's see. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Someone was on one of those small planes.
Yep.
Luggage was in the little alcove with a netting holding it up. They hit turbulence. The luggage broke through the netting and was bouncing off the walls of the plane.
Oh, no.
So they're like, what is this going to, what if it hits a window or bust the door open?
Wow. And Nerese.
Yeah, we got Melissa. She says, one time I was going to New York to Orlando. There was so much turbulence before it all stopped. The oxygen mask came down and then they finally, the shaking stopped. There was so much ringing in my ears for 4 days.
Goodness. Well, whenever you have to sit on the runway from 7 to 8 hours, you went on the show. Sarah going to hook you up with a $25 gift card to Tijuana Flats. $9:46, Johnny's house. We got to get up out of here. Maddie, what you got going on today, ma'am?
We're working on some fun promotions proposals for some giveaways in the summer.
Oh, they're working. Okay.
Look out for those guys. Some
Okay.
exciting stuff.
All right. Nerese, what you got going on?
Hanging out with you guys for a meeting, doing
Mhm.
some work. I want to start working on this social media reel for CRM.
Mhm.
Just kind of inspired because it's Infertility Awareness Week, and so
Yeah.
I kind of want to highlight that and the benefits of like CRM and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think I'm
yeah.
gonna work on that today. Yeah.
Okay. Brian.
Nothing. There's a bunch of work to do around here, and then going to a birthday dinner for a friend of ours.
Oh, nice.
Ashley had a birthday, and
Okay.
so we're all getting together to go for dinner
Tonight.
So
All right.
yeah.
Very good. All right, Ryan Seacrest is all yours. Y'all have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yo, everyone. We didn't talk to you guys today or yesterday, I don't think. But hi. And I got work to do, so can't stick around long today either. Oh, no, I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Damn. All right, bye.